If you've watched this channel for any amount of time, you know that I really dig spicy foods. It's not necessarily that I'm a culinary masochist, I don't know, I really like hot foods. Well, up until now, about the hottest peppers I could find in my store were habaneros, but I was super stoked because I recently found these ghost peppers. And today I'm gonna try one for the first time. Let's see if I survive. So this is a ghost pepper. Just look at this thing. I mean, this just looks pretty wicked. As recently as 2011, these were the hottest peppers in the world. They have a Scoville rating of about 1 million. What does that mean? Well, it means that they're up to about 10 times hotter than a habanero pepper. And while it's getting easier to find habanero peppers and serrano peppers, at least where I live in Southern California, I never see ghost peppers sold in a store. But here they were. I found these at my local Sprouts Farmers Market, and this is from the Melissa's brand of produce, which is really good, by the way. So I love habanero peppers. For me, they are just the right balance of really, really hot, but also really flavorful. They kind of have this citrusy flavor. But honestly, I don't know what to expect with a ghost pepper. I mean, this could be like insane. So today I'm gonna try a ghost pepper two ways. I'm gonna try it raw, and I'm also roasting a ghost pepper in the oven. A ghost pepper and habanero in the toaster oven, about 375 right now. And I wish you could smell this because it just smells hot. Like the fragrance emanating from that toaster oven is just kind of like fire in the nostrils. And that's just it cooking. So before I declare nuclear war on my taste buds, a couple words of advice about working with peppers. Now, if you're just dealing with something like a bell pepper or a jalapeno pepper, you probably don't need to heed this advice unless you're really sensitive to peppers. But once you start working with something like serrano peppers and habanero peppers, and especially something like this, a ghost pepper, is you literally want to be careful of touching it. Now, the stem is going to be fine, but you notice I'm holding this by the stem. When I go to cut this pepper, I'm going to be wearing gloves. And that is just a really good idea in general when you're working with super hot peppers. Either wear gloves or only touch the peppers with your utensils. Let's say a knife and a fork to cut them. That's because peppers have a wicked way of the oil sticking to your skins. And then hours later, you'll be, I don't know, just doing something and then you rub your eye. And that's when the waterworks start. Guys, I have done this too many times to count. You know, I just won't be thinking and I'll kind of rub my eyes. And those oils that I thought I had washed off, even after washing my hands a bunch of times, still stuck on my hands and on my fingers. And sometimes water can even exacerbate the problem. I'll be showering late at night and, you know, after working with peppers in the day, suddenly my hands start burning. That's because the oil and the water is mixing and it's hot. So if you are working with hot peppers, either wear gloves or just let the utensils touch those peppers. Always wash your hands really, really well after working with peppers, but be aware that even that may not get those oils off. We're talking hot, hot stuff. This is my inside out quesadilla. It's something I'm doing, you know, I'm not so crazy that I'm going to eat the ghost pepper just on its own. I would not advise that. Well, I probably wouldn't advise it, period, but I especially wouldn't advise it on an empty stomach. So I'm doing this with a cheese quesadilla, and this is my specialty. I call it the inside out cheese quesadilla because the cheese is not only on the inside, it's on the outside too. Do you guys want to learn how to make this? If you want to learn how to make this, I'll do a video on my inside out cheese quesadilla at some point. You can see how to have cheese on both the inside and the outside of your quesadilla. Pro tip, if you're eating really hot food, don't look to water to quench the fire, look to dairy. That's why you see people drink milk. In this case, I am just setting some sour cream here to potentially quell the flames. Okay, so I'm going to try a ghost pepper for the first time. As I stated, I'm not so crazy that I'm gonna eat it raw. I'm gonna eat it with a bit of a cheese quesadilla here. This is my inside out cheese quesadilla. And I'm doing this intentionally with dairy because dairy is really good to quell the flames. So at least take a bite of quesadilla first. I'll go with the raw first. Let's see if this is culinary death. It's warm. It's hot. But maybe I just got a tame one. Let me try another. You know, it's really good. It reminds me of habanero, and then it's got a bit of that floral note. And I gotta say, this is really good. Now again, I like really, really hot food. For me, I can eat a habanero or two with my meal, and it's hot, it's spicy, but you know, I'm not like gasping for air. I gotta say, this is really good. I'm gonna try a bigger bite here. Well, a bigger bite of both. This is a really good quesadilla, by the way. I make mine with corn tortillas. I'm actually gluten-free, and I found that corn tortilla quesadillas are awesome, especially if you make them the way I do, with the cheese on the inside and the out. Oh, you gotta try this. Let's try a bigger bite. It's really good. I mean, I don't want to say that I'm let down. Like, I thought my mouth would be on fire because this was the hottest pepper in the world. Either I got a tame one or I'm just numb to the effects. Let me try the roasted one. This is a different pepper. I'm gonna try the roasted one and see if this is hotter. Again, about the same. Now again, I know that I really like spicy food, and I've created something of a tolerance to it, but I thought this was gonna be hotter. Okay, I'm truly inquisitive now. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna cut up another one, because maybe the first ones were just tame. Now again, guys, I'm not using my hands to do this because I don't want those oils on it. So this is another ghost pepper. I'm gonna try a bigger bite this time. Maybe this is where my head explodes. Again, it's hot, but honestly, I've had habaneros that are hotter. I think I have to wonder if either I just got a batch that isn't as hot, or I become so immune to spicy foods. I don't think that's it though. I mean, I've heard that these things can be really hot, and I was expecting this to be really, really pack a punch. It's good. It's good. Now that one had a little more ferocity to it. I don't know if that's a word, but yeah, that one had the seeds. That one had the seeds. There we go. Now that is more what I'm expecting. By the way, I'm just going to state that it's probably good that I'm working from home because I don't know what the consequences of tomorrow are going to be. One more bite for you. This is what I'm doing it for. It's good. It's really, yeah, that had some bite. To me, compared to a habanero, it's more heat than flavor. I like habaneros because they're hot, but they also have, like I say, that floral note. This is more heat than flavor to me. It's good, and my mouth is really starting to feel it. But yeah, that's good. So there you go. There's a ghost pepper for the first time. I think I survived it. I don't know. If something changes, I'll let you know tomorrow. Thanks for watching the idiocy of me try a ghost pepper for the first time. If you liked videos like this and you like seeing me try things for the first time that even as a chef that I haven't tried before, let me know in the comments below. And if there's something you want to see me try, put that in the comments below too. All right, I'm going to finish this quesadilla and probably this ghost pepper. And then I guess at some point I'll hit the sour cream to kind of quench the flames. Thanks guys for watching. We'll see you next time on I Want to Cook.